I am currently working on an art gallery exhibit application. I'm super excited and I wanted to share the journey with you here so that we could learn together. If you missed last week's video, make sure you check it out because it shares a little bit more about what the vision for this project is. Let's get right into it. So I'm just getting started with my initial sketch because I feel like this is a really big vision for this project, so I really just want to practice some of the shapes and see how the dimensions fit before I jump right in and stick my paintbrush on the canvas. Let the beauty you love be what you do. So Nick already primed the canvas with a few coats of gesso, which is so nice. So I just did a few layers of blue and it just went on so smoothly. If you have not worked with primer, I would 10 out of 10 recommend. It is a fantastic experience. Smooth like peanut butter. So now I'm going to start with my cosmic background. I'm trying to stick to this congruent theme with this exhibit, so I'm keeping the cosmic look for a lot of the paintings. Hey, I just had the most brilliant idea and I'm really excited to share it with you. So I'm currently working on Brenda and the Little Guys art gallery exhibition application and I'm really excited about it, and I'm currently just painting the background to my next piece, but then I was like, man, like I'm waiting for the paint to dry, and I was like, what am I gonna do while I'm waiting for the paint to dry? But then I thought, hey, Brenda and the Little Guys, I'm doing Little Guys, but what if I did super little guys? So I have these micro canvases that I super love to use, and I have a couple compulsive buys that I do in general. I do a compulsive like notebook buying. I buy notebooks a lot. like a lot. It just feels good. It's just one of those things that feel good. And micro canvases, I don't know why, I'm just like, you know what, I always just feel a little richer when I buy a micro canvas and happier. So I'm like, you know what, here we go, micro canvases it is. And then I thought, okay, I've got little guys, but I don't have like really little guys. So I thought this would be a perfect way for me to stay focused while still like moving my focus around while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, instead of just watching the paint dry. Watching the paint dry is fine, it's good for neutral time, but I just thought like, hey, why not? It's fun, I'm here, we're painting, the paint's out. And these are really great. I also realized a really great thing for it is like, I sometimes over squirt the paint and I'm like, oh, darn it, what am I gonna do? Like I've over squirted the paint. I don't wanna waste all this beautiful paint, so then I can just like prime any of my micro canvases. So they're gonna be very fun, and I'm not exactly sure what little guys they're gonna end up being, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this.
Petite coccinelle assise sur mon genou avec tes si belles pattes, viens danser avec moi.
So I just wanted to take a little repose, stretch my knees a little bit, and share with you why I decided to paint this painting and sort of what the inspiration for it was. So I've been painting elephants for the past about 2 years, and I've been really just fascinated with the elephant. And I've been drawing them, I've been sketching them, I've been painting them. They've come up in a lot of my collages. They're just really neat. And I believe that when there's an animal that's really loud in your sphere, either you see it a lot or you're drawn to it a lot, that it has wisdom or medicine for you. And people can interpret it in different ways. But, you know, we tend to find these through lines, you know, it's like if you think about like dog medicine, you know, you'd imagine it's loyalty or something like that. Like there's these traits that we just attribute to certain animals. So it can be quite intuitive. But connecting with this elephant has been really neat. And I was really drawn towards painting the elephant and having the tiny little mouse playing the harp. You know how the old story goes that the elephant is scared of the mouse? Well, this to me feels like it's making the mouse friendly, and instead of playing a scary role, it's actually playing a protective role. Another bit of elephant kind of story and medicine that's interesting, that's been, you know,
that's quite sad actually is elephants when they're young. In order to tame them, they treat the young elephants really poorly. And so that when they're older, people can continue to treat them poorly, but the elephants don't protest or like squish the person or run off because they feel that they're so small, because they experienced a trauma when they were small. They stayed stuck at that age and they felt they were always that small. And so the interesting thing is many people also experience that, where they feel super small their whole lives. And it's usually because there's some sort of trauma that made them feel like they had to stay small to stay safe. And then one day when they're adults, maybe they realize, maybe I don't need to be small anymore. But we feel like that smallness is keeping us safe. It's very interesting. A lot of Acadians have this very hush-hush, like don't talk about it, you know? Like people will say Acadians can gossip a lot. It's all behind closed doors and stuff like that. And, you know, some people might perceive that as a problematic quality. But if you think about it, Acadians had to hide a lot about themselves in order to survive. For instance, their friendships with the Mi'kmaq people. There are these policies in place that punished anyone who sheltered them. So it's no wonder that this secrecy became part of our survival instinct. The hush-hush energy kept us safe for a very long time. And so, of course, that wisdom, it is wisdom in a way, is passed on. My cat, Sun, we had her in the basement. She had never seen an eagle in her life before, but we were listening to some music and an eagle call came on and she immediately froze up her entire body. And I was like, oh, she's never seen an eagle, but she knows that that sound is dangerous, even though she was in a very safe environment. And, you know, that's instinct, that's passed on, that's intergenerational wisdom. And so looking at that as the brilliance that it is, you know, she doesn't need to learn that eagles are dangerous. She knows. You don't have to tell her, because that's carried in the body. And so if our ancestors kept themselves alive by behaving a certain way, then it would make sense that, you know, that's what we do to survive as well. And so if we had to stay small to survive, then we continue to play small.
But there comes a time in our lives where we realize these old stories and these old patterns that kept us safe maybe aren't helping us grow anymore. And so it's important to thank them as we allow ourselves to step into this bigger version of who we are.
And in the image, it's the little mouse playing the harp. The harp is a very protective symbol for me. And so it's like, no, I'm here to keep you safe. I'm here to keep you safe. But the elephant is really calm. The eyes are so calm. And the elephant's like, it's all good. It's all good. You're safe. And so that's what this painting feels like to me, and what it's about for me. Another portion of this inspiration is when I was living at the lodge. I had this dream that I was in this old theater building, and this old man gave me 3 elephant stones, and he said, you have to take this to the pipe maker, and the pipe maker will make it for you. It was a really fascinating dream, and so it just made the elephant even louder for me. So I feel like this painting is not only the elephant reminding me that I am, you know, bigger than I think that I am, and that, you know, we, all the little wounded children we have inside of us, are all bigger than we think that we are. And the elephant is calm and just grounded. It really represents that really grounded energy for me. The slowness, the heaviness, the big feet, you know, they're just slow and heavy and relaxed. And I feel like that's something that I can really forget. I can have a very fast beating heart. My heart beats at the rate of a mouse. I'm like, and so I feel like this is just a prayer for me to slow down. Oh, yeah. Just take a deep breath in. If you feel your jaw is tight, just give it a little massage. Take a minute. Days can be going so fast, but even just taking 5 minutes, no input, no output. Just 5 minutes. Connecting to your breath. Can really bring us back to the present moment. It's good to be timeless. I hope you get a chance today to experience timelessness, relieving yourself from any pressure of your to-do lists and all those things. There are always just 5 little minutes where we can really just be with ourselves. I really appreciate you being with me here and joining me in my timelessness. I feel like with this painting, I really want to charge it with that energy. Charge it with timelessness. Charge it with remembering how big we are and big we can be, and giving love to our inner child, the little mouse. Just trying to keep us safe. Saying, it's okay. You're safe. And that's what my conversation with this painting is.